Today, we're comparing one of Kuala Lumpur's biggest shopping malls to one of its most famous night markets to see which one is actually better value. We'll be visiting Berjaya Times Square and Jalan Alor Food Street, checking out both the food and the clothes, comparing prices and seeing what each place really has to offer. Like most people, you'd expect the night market to be the cheaper option, but will that actually be the case? We'll find out as we explore both spots, share our honest opinions and see which one gives you more for your money. So let's get into it. So first up is the Berjaya Times Square. We've ordered ourselves a Grab taxi, which is going to cost about 26 ringgit, which is around £4, and it'll take us about 10 minutes to get there. So let's get going. And we've made it to Berjaya Times Square. It looks huge. I can already see 4 floors and it's split up into different sections by the looks of it. So you've got the east, west and central sections. But first, we're going to look for somewhere to go and get some food as it is coming up towards lunchtime now and I am starving. So Berjaya Times Square is one of Kuala Lumpur's most iconic shopping complexes, and it is filled with hotels, shops and even an indoor theme park, which we're going to be checking out later on. We have come down to the lower ground floor, as that is the floor with the food court, and as you can see already there's a lot of like westernized brands, so nothing like we're going to see later on with the street markets. There's also a Nando's actually just over here on this right hand side, so we've not seen one of those as of yet. And then by the looks of it, a lot of sort of Asian big Western brands too, and even a Subway. Just so you have an idea on the prices, 6 Malay ringgit is about £1, so it's like £1 and 2 pence. So we're just having a look now at a couple of these Western restaurants. So you've got Taco Bell, which is here, and it's got 2 tacos there for basically £1.50, so it's 9.9 ringgit. Or you've also got Subway just next door, and they've got a sub of the day for just $9.95. So that's a 6-inch Subway for about £1.52. So it's a lot cheaper than the UK, but it'll be interesting to see how much the local food is at the street market later on. We've also just found a shop called Kutch Fish and Chips, a little fish and chip store in Kuala Lumpur, and it's got there 2 pieces of perch fillets with fries, lemon wedge, chili sauce, tartar sauce and a bottle of water for $22.80. So that's 6, 12, 18, 24, just under £4 for a fish and chips. Imagine if you could get that in the UK. So this Taste of Asia looks a little bit more street foody, but it looks like you can sort of pick what you want, kind of like a pick and mix, but it's got a couple of the prices up there. So like just for a vegetable roll, I think it says it's like $3.50, crab sticks $3.50, so that's like 50, 60p, so that's pretty good to be fair. So maybe in here is probably one of the cheaper places to come whilst you're in the mall. It's called Taste of Asia. So we've sat down in Bungus Court for our food today. So it's kind of like a sort of small fast food cafe almost, and we decided to go here because in the food court just around the corner there wasn't really any traditional dishes, so we've gone for the traditional ones so we can compare the prices with later on the street food. So we'll start off with the nasi lemak. I'm not going to lie, these two, I basically ordered them, turned up within like 5 seconds, and they're like packaged, so we'll have to see what this looks like once we open it up. But I'm hoping this should have like egg, anchovies, rice and a couple of other things in there too, but apparently it can be quite spicy. A peanut's just dropped out or something. But there we go, so we've taken the paper off, and then this should basically unfold into a meal. Wow, wait a minute, let's turn it over. Wow, there we go. So that looks very interesting. Looks completely different to what it does on the picture just up there. But maybe when I pop the top here, which looks like an egg, then maybe it might change. Actually, if I take the egg off, because that's the only difference is the egg's actually off the top there. So it looks like that. There we go. So that's the nasi lemak, which we shall give it a try first. It can be spicy, so that's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about. I'll try and get a little bit of it all in. So we've got the egg, the rice, and some nuts. Very fishy. Has got a little bit of a kick to it as well, but it's actually not too bad. Looks a lot worse than it tastes. I think if they made it a slight bit less spicy, I might enjoy that. But we'll have to see what it's like once we've finished it and whether it's blowing our head off. And now we've got the Lo Mai Kai. This is a sticky rice dish with chicken and mushroom, according to Google. It looks like a sticky rice dish. Looks quite nice, to be fair. So we'll give this one a try and see what we think of this. We've got a second fork, so hopefully this won't be as spicy as the first one. But it might be a trend here with Malaysian food being spicy. Quite nice that. Not spicy at all. It's basically like a very saucy rice, a very saucy sticky rice. So I actually really like that. Probably put that one ahead of this. And now those two came to 11.2 ringgit, which is only just under £2, which is crazy for two little meals there. Just less than £2. It'll be interesting to actually see how much it comes to once we get to the street market, whether it'll be a lot less or whether it'll be a similar price. The food was actually really nice. I quite enjoyed the anchovies, which I didn't think I would do, but it was a little bit too spicy for me, but I feel like my spice tolerance is actually getting 10 times better than it was once we left, but I have ordered a drink to wash it down. So this is called the KK Milo Dinosaur. So basically, out here, the hot chocolate powder they use is called Milo, and dinosaur basically means they've chucked extra chocolate powder into the mix. So it's basically like an extra chocolatey iced chocolate. It came to 9.5 ringgit, which is around £1.64. So a lot more expensive for this than the two traditional dishes that we got. But you could actually get some traditional tea if you did want for 5.4 ringgit, which is just under £1. But let's see what we think of our Milo Dinosaur. That's good, cold, but very good and very chocolatey. It's probably called Milo Dinosaur because all the kids get it, but that's me getting it now. That drink was delicious, probably one of the best cold chocolates I have ever had. We then went over to an animal store to see how much animals were. And apparently the gecko, well not apparently, we actually got to hold one of the yellow geckos and they cost £20. So not too expensive. So we've decided to buy one. Beth's got it in her bag right now and we're going to be bringing it back to the UK. We did also see some monkeys for about 10,750 ringgit, which is around £1,800. So we won't be buying any of those monkeys to take with us. So they also actually sell fake designer brands like Boss Essentials, a Stone Island tops there, a top over there which is 89 ringgit. So that's probably around sort of 10 to £20 mark. What will be interesting is to see whether the street market does sell clothes, because we don't know that yet, but if they do, whether the fake designer brands are actually cheaper in the shopping mall or whether they're cheaper at the street market. This place is huge, so we've now made our way up to floor 3, which is sort of like loads of arcades. There's a Go 8 up there too, and then I think just a little bit further on there might be a go-karting place. It's like a kids play area just over there, and then all the way through here they've got a blooming go-karting track. This place is insane, look at that. So you can go riding around the go-kart. I mean the track doesn't look that amazing, it's probably for the younger kids and stuff. I don't actually know how much it is. So to do that go-karting it costs 68, which is sort of like £11–12, so it's not too expensive to be honest. For go-kart in the UK it's a lot more. There's also this really cool food place which we've just found, and it's kind of like a pick and mix, but you get to choose basically from different cuisines. So you've got obviously Japan there, Korea, China, Thailand, etc. And they look like noodles or something. There's lots of different meals, but coming from different Southeast Asian countries, which is really cool to see. So maybe we should have eaten here, I don't know, but it is all packaged, so it's not fresh food, it's just like pot noodles almost. They've also got like a massive play area here for all the kids, but if you look in the background of that, you might be able to see a massive roller coaster. So we're going to go and see if we can find where that is. It doesn't look like it's open, I've not heard any roller coasters going around at the moment, but this place is huge. Just look at it. I don't think I've ever seen so many shops selling fake clothes. So if you do want fake clothes, this is definitely the shopping centre to come to. It's basically like public. So like in some places they sort of hide all the stuff if a policeman comes around, but this is basically a full shopping centre of fake clothing. It's mad. But after walking around for about 20 minutes, we have found the Berjaya Times Square theme park. So let's go and have a look inside. So to go into the theme park area, you do have to pay 85 ringgit, which is about £15, but that does give you access to all of the rides for free once you go through. I mean, it does look pretty cool, I have to say, especially that roller coaster. I'd really love to give that a go. I might have to persuade Beth to go in. They also have a Super Bowl and an indoor archery at the other end, so you can go and do that if you'd like. It's so dead though, it's like no one doing it, but I do suppose it's sort of midweek, it's a Wednesday right now, and it's like midday, so everyone's probably still working, but it'd be the perfect time to go really. We're just taking a look now at this board, which is basically telling us what we get for free with the ticket, and then the other things which you have to pay for down below. So a lot of the stuff, like especially all this here, is like family rides, so it's all for kids. But then there are a few roller coasters, but it looks fit to Dodgems, and you've got the Supersonic Odyssey, which is the main roller coaster, and then the DNA Mixer looks like another roller coaster of some form. Both the virtual realities look quite cool, so they'd be good to give a go. And then maybe some more kids rides down below. But it's a shame because obviously all the payable stuff is quite cool too. So you can even do go-karting down below on the lower levels, Urban Strike Force, which looks pretty cool too. So we're just deciding now whether we want to go in or not. We've decided against going in, only because it's going to cost us like £30. Beth doesn't want to go on any of the rides anyway because she's feeling ill, so it'd only be me going on there really, just get a bit of content. But we're going to have a look and see if there's any other activities which we can do instead. But it is really cool, I have to say. If you do love going on roller coasters and stuff, then maybe this is a thing for you. It's quite a large area. It is very quiet at the moment though, so I don't know whether it would ever get that busy, but we've seen a few like go-karting things too, which you have to pay extra for, but maybe you might do something like that instead. They also have a night rollerblading too, which looks really cool, and that's like a £5 for 2 hours, I believe, so that's not bad. It is a lot different to the UK where you go in a shopping centre and all they've really got is mini golf or a cinema, so it is really cool to just see something a lot different. Not only do they have shops selling fake stuff, they've even got the arcade claw, where you can get Supreme stuff, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Adidas in there too, so that's so funny. They've got claw machines that are full with this fake bags too. We actually found one ringgit while we were on Koh Phi Phi Island, so we're going to try now and put it in here so we can exchange it for a token and maybe have one quick go on an arcade machine. We've seen one with like capybaras in, which look quite cute. So hopefully if this works, we can try and get one. With that one token, we're hoping that it's a find a ringgit, pick it up, and for the rest of the day you'll have good luck. So hopefully, if this works, we should be able to win a capybara. But here we go. Got 20 seconds to align it. Oh my God, it moves quickly. Oh my God, 9 seconds. I think we're gonna go for it, come on, fingers crossed. Capybara. No! I swear you never win these games, cons. We've now come over after our loss to the Stars Archery, which is basically right next to where the theme park is, and we're going to give the archery a go. We get 20 arrows and it costs just 18 ringgit, which is around £3, so we thought why not. Right, so we're going to try and get that bullseye. Oh, I'm getting closer, too high again. I've hit the blue now though, so I've taken 3 shots, first one's hit the blue. So you pop the arrow into here, then at the back it's got like a sort of slot almost, so you slot the arrow onto the string there. Then with this, you don't want to be holding it with your finger, otherwise it's going to hurt. You hold the yellow, oh my God, I can't believe I was done. So you then pull the yellow back, and then get the bullseye like that. What did I hit? I was completely off, didn't even hit a target. Right, here we go. Where did that one hit? I didn't even see which one that was. I think it might have been the top of the blue, one of the top of the blue. Right, so we're going to aim for the bottom middle target. Oh, too high again. I seem to be going too high. I need to drop it down a little bit and hopefully we can get it on target. You can see I'm just above the target there. Getting better. It's going lower, but I still need to get it a little bit lower than that. Oh, that was decent. That's my best one yet. I'm in the yellow. Getting into it now. Getting into it. I'm going to go for the left top. Oh, that was a good one. That was, take that right near the top. I meant right top. I did actually mean right top then. I was going for a new one. That's I can't believe I said left top now, but I'm lying. Just so it's not luck. We'll get it again. Right top. Oh, it's a little bit higher, a little bit higher. That was a little bit off, wasn't it? Right, last one. Let's make this one a good one. There we go. Going for top left. Don't have a clue how I did. Yes, yeah. So that was actually really good fun, so I definitely recommend going to the Stars Archery. But we're now going to just take a walk around, check out a couple of shops and stuff, and then make our way back to the hotel. I have to say, I wasn't as good as I thought I was going to be. I thought it was going to be better, but I have got a dodgy right eye, and I decided to go for it with my right eye, so maybe we can blame that. Oh, and here comes the roller coaster. Oh my God. That is quick. It is mad though how they're allowed to do this, but we're basically walking around a fake Sports Direct. Just look at all the different trainers. They've got like all the different sizes at the top, which I wish I had this in the UK because it's much easier to find a shoe for yourself. But look at them all. And how much are they? Let's take a look here. So that's 169, so that's 6, 12, 18, that's around like 30 quid. They've also got pairs of shorts here for like a £5. They've got leggings and stuff like Adidas leggings, they cost a tenner. It's actually crazy. So we've walked around for about half an hour now, and Beth managed to get a couple of things which she needed. So she got a new screen protector for her phone because she's really clumsy and she seems to drop it all the time. Don't worry, I've not really dropped it, it is fine, but that cost 29 ringgit, which is around £5. So it's pretty similar to what you'd get in the UK. We seem to find quite a lot of the things that are like westernised are more just basically the same price as you can get anywhere else. And then we also popped into a Watson's because she wanted to get some dry shampoo, and that came to 25.4 ringgit, which is around £4.50. So again, pretty similar to the prices which you get in the UK. Maybe it's actually a little bit more expensive. But we have now finished with the Berjaya Times Square, so we're going to head back to the hotel. We've ordered ourselves a Grab taxi, so I'll let you know how much that costs in the corner right now. And then when we get back, we'll hopefully have a bit of a relax. I might go for a run too before this evening. We'll be heading over to the street market to try and compare the prices of food both here and clothes compared to there. So we're now back at the hotel, and we're going to actually head up to the pool. We wanted to go for a swim yesterday, but the weather wasn't good enough. It has gone a little bit cloudy. I'll show you outside. Actually, this side doesn't look as bad as on our side. So hopefully it doesn't get any worse. But it should be 31 floors up, so hopefully we should have a good view over Kuala Lumpur. Now take a look at this view that we get from the top of our Ibis Hotel. Wow, just wow. Look at that. Looks beautiful. You can see like golf courses, football stadiums, loads of obviously other high-rise buildings here on that right-hand side. It looks incredible. I just love how luscious and green Kuala Lumpur is. It's kind of like a cheap version of Singapore. So I have to say, it's flying up the rankings right now for being my favourite country. Look at how incredible the view over there is. I've not got my mic, so this may be flushed out by the sound of all of the water, but this is insane. I definitely recommend staying at this hotel. There's probably other hotels with sky pools around too, but this is probably a bit more budget friendly. So it was nice to be able to go for a quick swim in the pool, but it is now time to head over to the Jalan Alor food street, where hopefully we can get some really tasty meal for the evening. It's quite good too, because like most night markets, they actually close the road off at 6 p.m. So hopefully there shouldn't be any cars, but it'll be interesting to see whether it is as cheap as the Berjaya Times Square shopping centre, or whether it's going to be around the same price, because it was very cheap. I mean, we spent £2 on our meal earlier, so if they beat that, that is pretty crazy. And now we've arrived at the night market. The Grab cost us £13.39, which is around £2.34. And take a look at this. So many different bits of street food which you can get, but I have to say there is one smell which is sticking out from everything right now, and that is the durian. They do have lots of different cuisines, but it seems to be a standout of a lot of seafood, which I'm surprised about. I didn't actually think there'd be as much seafood as there is. So we've seen quite a few of the street restaurants selling the nasi lemak, and it's all around the same price for the original, which is around 4.5 ringgit. So that's just under £1. There are other ones which you can get with different meats of your choice, and they're a little bit more expensive. So you can like make them up with chicken, pork, fish, even shrimp, whatever you want to make it with, and it is delicious. So I definitely recommend giving it a try. But tonight we're going to try and find something different to eat, another Malay cuisine, which hopefully is really tasty. We have noticed there's quite a lot of Chinese and Thai food which they sell here in Malaysia, and especially down this street. So hopefully we can find some food, and hopefully it'll be pretty tasty. So I think the first thing we're going to try is the fried durian. It's not actually a Malay signature, but we've not tried durian yet, and it sounds pretty good. But look at how nice all the food looks. But yeah, we'll have to see how much it costs. Right, and here they are, the fried pieces of durian. We've not tried durian the whole trip, so it's the first time trying it. Thankfully, once it's fried, it didn't actually smell too bad, but it cost us 10 ringgit for 3 of these size pizzas. So it's actually not that cheap at the street food compared to like the supermarket, compared to the shopping centre. It's quite similar in price, but here we go, let's see what it's like. I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's really weird. It's a weird taste. I'm going to go in for a second bite. It's almost like custard. Not going to lie, that's definitely not the best thing I've had. So we're going to be trying out the Malay satay right now. I don't know how much it is. I think it might be 12. I'm not too sure. I don't know what the meat is either, so I'll have to ask them and see what they say. So they actually have a little sort of seating area in behind their stall, which is nice, but there are 10 satay pieces which cost 20 ringgit, which is sort of £3.50. So it is quite expensive, a lot more than I expected it to be in the street markets, especially after how little we paid while we were in the shopping centre. But let's give it a try. It's meant to be Malaysian satay chicken, so it looks quite nice, I have to say. We had a little bit of satay in Singapore, I believe. So let's see if it's as good as that was. Oh, really nice. You can tell it's just come off the grill though, because it is very, very hot. But I have to say, I prefer that a lot more than the fried durian. I'll probably give this an 8 out of 10 and the durian a 3 out of 10. Right now we've got a Malaysian songkran going on. They look like they're having a great fun. Bloody hell. Don't know where that came from, to be honest. And then finally for dessert, we are going for a vanilla Korean flaming marshmallow ice cream. It looks incredible. He's just put it in here now. Never seen it before. I think he's about to set it alight with the flamethrower by the looks of it. But you can get a durian one, and I thought, no, I'm not doing that. There we go. It's just setting up now. So we've got our marshmallow vanilla ice cream, which was 14 ringgit, which is just over £2. So again, not as cheap as I thought it was going to be, but we're going to give it a try and see what we think. You basically put a flamethrower on the side like you saw a second ago. It's stuck to the box right now. That's a really weird texture, it's like chewy. I think I need to get into the centre to actually get to the ice cream bit, but right now we'll give it like a 5 out of 10, it's okay. So it's basically ice cream in the centre and marshmallow around the outside, which is being flambéed, but the ice cream's like solid and the stick's now slipped out, so I've got no idea how I'm going to eat the ice cream before it melts. So there isn't actually many shops in this market, but there is a couple at the end. So you've got a shoe shop there, and then there's a clothes shop there with a few tops, and then some other things too. But we're going to go check out the price and see how much the tops are here. So they are actually a little bit cheaper. I don't know whether the quality is as good though, obviously, we need to give them a feel. Oh no, the quality feels alright, to be fair. So they're 65 rather than the ones that we saw in the shopping centre, which were just over 100. So maybe clothes are probably better to get from a market. They've also got other tops like Gucci, got Patagonia, which is pretty nice too, and they came to 35 and 49. That means that the tops are sort of between £6 and £8, but they're not great quality at all, especially compared to the fakes that were in the shopping mall. So we've now left the street market and we're heading to a very traditional Malay restaurant called McDonalds, as Beth wants to get some chips from there. But it's literally, you step out of that street market and then you just see this. It just turns into a normal urbanised Western street. No way, we just looked on here and in McDonald's you can actually get a traditional nasi lemak, but it's McDonald's version and it costs $6.59, so that's just over £1. But Beth's going to order a large fries, which is about $7.36, so that's just over £1 too. We might order a drink. So we got 100 plus is what it's called. I've never heard of it before, but I've seen it a few times around here. It must be like some form of soft drink they have. But let's see what it tastes like. It's all right. It's a bit like a bland lemonade, one that's just not quite as nice as a normal Sprite or something. So probably give that a 5 out of 10. It's okay. That cost just over 5 ringgit. So that's just under £1 too. One thing that is quite good though about the McDonald's here is they don't have any straws, so they use a lot of it's almost like coffee cup sort of thing that you drink out of. So I went and asked for a straw and they were like, oh, we don't have any. And I was like, oh, well, how am I meant to drink it? She said, oh, it's coffee. So I was like, oh, okay. So it makes a bit more sense now. But we've ordered a grab, which is going to take us back to the hotel in just a second. I think they've got like street dances and stuff outside. We've just seen a capybara dancing a second ago too. But we'll get that grab and I'll speak to you when we get back. Not really sure what's going on over there, but there must be a busker of some form who's just singing and has gathered like a massive crowd and they keep cheering for her and stuff. So I have to say, pretty impressive, but I don't think it's a celebrity or anyone. We're just making our way back to the hotel and look, this is what you call luxury. Look at this shopping centre. It's called Pavilion. See a Louis Vuitton shop right there. You've got Dior. I can see loads more inside, like Prada, etc. But look at how beautiful that looks. So while we wait for the taxi, there's actually a 7-Eleven that's opposite the road where we are right now. So we decided to get ourselves a couple of drinks, chocolate bar and a milk, and it came to $14.70. So that is just over £2, about $2.25. And that is hopefully our last purchase of the evening after this grab taxi. And now we are back in the hotel. It feels like we've done so much today, yet we've done so little. But I'll put our full total up here in the corner because we've barely spent anything, even though it feels like we've spent loads and loads of money. But the whole point of this video was to see whether the shopping centre was way more expensive than street markets or whether it was not. And we found out that actually it is probably about the same, if not cheaper, to actually get food at the shopping centre, which is actually crazy. I would never have thought that, I'm not going to lie. I thought the street market was going to be really cheap and affordable. I mean, the food was really nice and very fresh, but so was the shopping centre food too. That was really nice. The clothes though were slightly cheaper. However, we did see a big drop in quality, especially with like the football tops and the designer clothes. It does get very busy in the evenings too, so we did struggle to actually get a grab back in the end. So we had to walk out a little bit before we ordered a grab, then had to wait 12 minutes for the grab to turn up and then take us back to the hotel. I mean, I would have walked it, but Beth wasn't feeling great, so we sort of had to sit and wait for the grab, but that is completely fine. But it is now time for bed. Tomorrow, we're doing something special. We're going up the Petronas Towers. So if you don't know what they are the Twin Towers here in Kuala Lumpur, and they look amazing, especially at night, but we're going to climb it during the day and then hopefully see it in the evening. But if you did enjoy this one, do make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, plenty more vlogs coming out on this channel. I'll see you all in the next one.